Welcome to the Junior Golf Podcast, a podcast dedicated to helping parents and juniors navigate through the journey of junior golf. From fitness to mental coaching, we cover it all on this podcast. Here's your host, Ro Thompson.
Four, three, two, one. Good evening, everyone. Want to welcome everybody to the Junior Golf Podcast. I'm your host, Ro Thompson. Man, you know, as always, we got a special guest in the building. We got none other than Jamal Hutchison from Fletcher, North Carolina. What's going on, Jamal?
Nothing much. What's going on with y'all?
Good, man. Good. Hey, it's good to have you on the podcast. And you know, I've been trying to get you on for the longest.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long time coming.
A long time coming. We finally got you on, and got a lot of people watching you. And I know we're going to get some shout outs tonight. And typically we may get some questions from our live audience. So if we get some questions, I'll throw some questions out there to you. But man, just to kick off the podcast, man, tell us a little bit about yourself. We know you're from Fletcher, North Carolina. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you get in the game of golf?
So I'm Jamal. I just graduated high school 2 Sundays ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'd really been in golf my whole life, really. When my dad would go to the course when I was in preschool, and then he would pick me up and then we would go back to the course, and that's how I learned. I mean, I didn't really learn nothing back then, but I was just hitting. And I found it fun, and so I'd stayed in it all the way up until now. And it's just been a crazy ride, basically.
Good, man. Good. So how old were you when you picked up your first club?
Probably 3.
3-ish?
I started with the plastic clubs when I was a kid. Probably a real club when I was probably like 5. Something like that. Yeah.
Right. So obviously you kept playing. You've been playing now for probably about 15 years. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
So man, what attracted you to the game of golf?
I don't really know. When I went out there, I was kind of like, I wouldn't say like natural talent, but I wasn't like completely lost. Like I could hit the ball, and I guess I didn't lose interest because I wasn't like terrible. I could like make contact just about every time. And so I just always found it fascinating and fun. So I stuck with it.
Good. Because I mean, golf is one of those sports where, if you get a little frustrated, you may end up wanting to quit, but you hung in there and you kept playing, right? So so what when did you figure out that that you were pretty good at golf?
I think when I was 8 and we played like US Kids. I think you know what US Kids is like.
Yeah, I know US Kids, and I know all of them.
Well, I was playing against this guy who's Andrew Gregory, who's going to Liberty now to play golf. Yeah, and we would go not back and forth. Like it was like a tour, and it was probably like 10 events.
Okay,
I'd lost the first 9 events. Like,
oh wow,
the tour championship. But the thing was, I was like beating him probably out of those 9 times. I was probably beating him like 6 or 7. I was beating, and I just could not finish at the end. Like I would double or bogey, and he would par, and then I would lose at the very end.
Right.
And at the tour championship, I shot my best round. I shot 2 over, I think, on 9 holes, and I ended up beating him by 5.
Wow.
And so I was like, wow, yeah, I'll be pretty good.
Yeah. I saw those scores.
Yeah, because he was good. So
yeah, Andrew Gregory he's a very good junior player. Like you said, he's going to Liberty, and Liberty has a very good golf team as well.
Yeah,
they sure do. And so, what are some of the things that you would say that has made you very good, junior player. Because when I look at the rankings, Jamal, you are a top 600 in the nation. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not anything to sneeze at. When you're talking about top 600 out of 10, 15,000 junior golfers. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot more than that, but it's about 10 to 15,000 that show up on the junior golf scoreboard. You're top 600 out of all the junior golfers. So what have you been doing to get yourself to this point where you are very, accomplished junior golfer?
I'd say probably like my attitude. When I was young and I like have a bad hole or like didn't get off to a good start, I would kind of like I would let it affect me, and I would get down on myself. I wouldn't like slam or throw clubs, but it would I just couldn't bounce back that well. But now as I've gotten older, I've been like calm and collected when bad things happen. So that's how I can like finish rounds when it's not going great. Like I can salvage rounds when it's not going great, and like I never really get too amped up like when I'm playing well either. I'm kind of just level headed,
Right.
which has been good.
So what do you tell yourself when you're playing? Like if you have a bad hole, in golf, everybody typically has a bad hole.
Yeah.
What do you tell yourself to keep yourself calm, cool, collected, as you just said?
Yeah, I mean, like really just because most of the time it just comes down to like one bad shot. Unless you make like a really big number, it really just comes down to one bad shot. So it's like you didn't play a bad hole, you hit like one bad shot. So it's not like you can't. I mean, you can stress over that one shot, but I kind of just go by that and just play the rest. Just not thinking about that. It's hard to do, and it took me a while to get there, but I kind of just go with the flow. Like you can't change it now after it's already happened.
That's true. I remember Dustin Johnson said, "There's nothing you can do about a bad shot, so you might as well just let it go."
Right.
So talk to us a little bit about your practice routine. What's your practice routine like on a day where you don't have school, where you can just go and do what Jamal do to make sure that you are getting better?
Yeah. So like summer, I'll probably wake up not necessarily early, but not
that was early. What's your
probably
early?
like 8:30.
Okay, that's not too bad.
And then I'll probably get up and then go to the gym, work out a little bit, then eat lunch, and then I'm at the course for the rest of the afternoon, probably to like 8 o'clock. I actually had to cut it short because I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'd probably be at the course till like 8 o'clock at night, just pretty much the whole afternoon, putting, chipping, all that, hitting balls.
Okay, now tell us not because we got some juniors that's going to be listening, Jamal. So you got to give us some details. You got to give us some secrets. You got to give us some secret sauce. Now, come on, talk to us.
So I usually always start with putting because that's like that's like my toughest thing. Like if I could putt, I would be
lights out.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of putting drills are you working on when you're on the court?
Like the gate drill, because my stroke gets iffy on like especially like left to right putts. I just can't make a solid stroke. So I always start with like the gate drills. I can get my putter going through straight, get my stroke right. And I have to do putting first, because if I do it last, like it's the most boring part of practicing to me. So I gotta get it out the way, because I might neglect it if I do it at the end. So I gotta get out the way, and like I'll do that, and then really I'll put some tees down at like 4 feet.
Okay.
Like gotta make those.
Right. That's like 99%, right?
Right. Yeah. I usually go around. I try to go around 3 times without missing.
Okay.
Doesn't always happen, but I just keep going, and then finish with lag putts.
Okay.
My lag putting's decent. It's pretty good, I would say. So yeah, I always gotta stay sharp on that.
Okay, good. So we got your putting. So what typically happens after you get in your putting practice?
Then I'll go to the chipping green.
Okay.
You know, chipping, bunker shots. I
Okay.
try to, I can't really do it that well, but I try to like repeat the same thing over and over because I'm like a handsy type of chipper and
Okay.
player. I mean, I'm a pretty
You
good
more
chipper.
you more of a field
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you more of a, hey, 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards?
No, yeah, definitely feel.
Definitely field.
I,
Okay.
like I go to the chipping green and put 3 balls down and like hit the balls 3 different ways to one flag.
Okay.
And but I really been trying to like focus on being more mechanical, like trying to repeat the same stuff over and over again because like
Okay.
under pressure, that's a little bit better than trying
The
trying.
field.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I usually do that, and then like bunker shots, like just trying to repeat the same thing. Like get it in like a little, probably about 5 foot circle because that's pretty good shot. Those are like makeable range putts for pars or birdies or bogeys,
Right.
whatever. So I try to get there. And then probably I'll step back to like 30, 40 yards
Okay.
and try to hit pitches, landing in roughly the same spot
Okay.
with like the same amount of spin and all that type of stuff.
Okay, good. And then after you finish your chipping, but hit your irons and your driver.
Yeah. I'd say always start with wedges. That's probably the best part of my game, I think, is
Your
wedges.
wedges.
Because I never really hit the ball far. I hit it farther now, like compared to competition, but back when I was younger, I was definitely one of the shortest. So like my wedges had to be good, like when I got the opportunity to hit them. So that's really stuck with me as I've grown. Like my wedges have always been good.
That's good. That's good. So it sounds like you got a pretty good practice routine, man. Let's talk about let's switch gears a little bit and let's talk about some of these tournament results because I've been following you. I've been following you for a while, and man, you have me a little amped up after the first round, man.
I know.
You in first place and you're dominating, and I'm like, yes, Jamal's gonna win this
I know.
big junior tournament. So man, what happens on the second day?
Yeah, I mean, first day is great. Like,
I know.
I mean, you can go for pins and stuff. I mean,
right.
It's great. I usually play
the
great.
pin placements are a little easier, huh?
Yeah, and then the second round, I don't even know. I really don't even know. I really don't feel nervous, I per se.
Right.
I just really don't know why. I guess I get in my head about winning and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't perform, but I don't know.
Man, listen, Jamal, you be having us on the edge of our seats.
Yeah.
Like coming down to like
imagine me
14,
playing.
15. Yeah.
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 Gosh. And I just, it's it's great to be in that position though.
It is. I mean,
and I'm learning every time.
How to stay settled. That's good.
Yeah.
Now, what's been your favorite tournament where you've over the last year or two? What's been your favorite tournament that that you felt like you've played pretty good and stuck with the big dogs?
I say Mimosa Hills, which is like up in Morganton, North Carolina, probably like an hour away from my house.
Right.
And like a lot of the top
I know
in the top 10 of North Carolina, probably like 6 out of the top 10 in North Carolina and South Carolina were all playing in the tournament.
You had them on the ropes. I saw you.
Yeah, I shot 66 the first day.
Yeah, 66.
And then I birdied, and I was one back after the first day. And then I birdied the first hole the next day. And so we were tied after 2, and then I had 3 more birdies and a bogey. So I was winning by 2. And then a kid, like a younger kid, he kind of got hot in the back. I think he shot 33 on the back 9.
Okay.
And he kind of snuck up I was still winning, and then he took the lead on 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like stuck it to like 2 feet and birdied it. So we were tied again. And then hole number 17 is like the hardest 150-yard par 3 in the whole world. The green
Wow.
is
Well, take us through that. What happened? Because me and my wife, we was in the kitchen, and we were like, yes, Jamal's getting ready to win this.
the green's like the size of my bathroom.
Oh, really?
And it was so in between clubs, and I should have hit the lesser club because like adrenaline and all that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about any of that. And so I hit the longer club, and it went long, like way long. And like the green, like it's a tiny green.
Tiny green. Okay.
It was in deep rough, and I chunked it a little bit. It got halfway up the hill.
Okay.
And then so the next shot after that,
mm-hmm.
I hit like this high, soft, like floating shot to like 2 feet. So I was like, okay. Like I bogeyed it to basically keep me in the tournament.
Right.
So I was one back going in 18. I didn't know what the other guy had done on 18. So I was thinking that I was either I was one down or tied, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he birdied. So I piped a drive in the fairway, and it's 142, I think. Yeah, I remember it was 142,
mm-hmm.
slightly into the wind. So I'm like, okay, this should be a good pitching wedge. And then boom, adrenaline again, and I hit it like 30 yards over the green.
What? Oh,
yeah. Or like 30 yards over the pin.
Okay.
And so I'm on the back of the green. It's a straight downhill chip.
Yeah.
And I hit a great chip. Like it was high and soft, and it rolled, and it was breaking towards the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just straightened out at the very end and kept going by. And it was like probably 10 feet by.
Oh,
and then I missed the 10-footer, and then I missed like the 2.5-footer coming back.
Oh no.
So,
okay.
So it was a quick double.
Hey, lesson learned. Lesson learned.
I still came in the top 5, but
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
And that was the longest round of my whole life ever.
Wow.
Like, we were sitting on 13, I think, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this round
was a little backed up that day."
Yeah, it wasn't backed up and really until 13, but it was just going by so slow because I was like, "Please just finish this." Like I went, I was like, "Please get this over with."
Right,
so
let me get this win, right?
Yeah, and then it was like, "Dang, we're only on 13," and then got backed up, and I bogeyed 13. I didn't birdie 14, which was like an easy par 5, and then so I shot 66.
That's all right. That's all right. It's all a learning experience, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Jamal, before I get into some additional questions. Now, what advice would you have to some aspiring junior golfers? You've kind of climbed the ranks of junior golf, and you headed off to North Carolina Central, Division I golf school, and you got some big plans. What would you say to an aspiring junior golfer, let's say, 9th grade, 10th grade, on how to really get themselves, prepared for this journey?
Yeah, really just like don't try your hardest not to compare yourself to other people, because everybody's path is different. Like there's people at the top that will burn out or that won't like keep improving.
Right.
And you could be right there with them in like 2 years and a couple years or a year.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm saying this out of experience because I did not. I was comparing myself like the whole time. And it really didn't get me anywhere because I couldn't change what somebody else did. I can only change what I did. So like just don't get caught up in what other people are doing or like where other people are going. And it sounds crazy that I'm saying this to myself, but I was that guy who was worrying.
Right.
Right. Just run your race, basically. Like
I like it. Man, that's some great advice, man. I think juniors need to hear that because they look at other players and they like, man, I could never be as good as them. But you never know. You put that work in, and before you know it, you right there with some of the other junior players.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I've seen it. So man, what's so who are some of your favorite PGA Tour players or LPGA, either one?
LPGA, okay.
Or
I say on
PGA,
PGA
either one.
I say on the PGA probably Jordan Spieth.
Okay.
And
He had a good round today. Did you see his
he
round
shot
today?
3 under. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Murfield Village gave a lot of people some trouble today.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say like him and Colin Morikawa, like people who aren't known for like hitting it long, but like they don't. Their short game's really good, and they can putt really well, or maybe not Morikawa, but well.
Right.
And so they're still like up there winning a lot. And then my guy Harold on the Live Tour.
Yeah. That was a big win. That was a big win he had last week. Right?
It was.
Shout out to Harold Varner the third with I think he raked in like 4.5 million this past weekend. That's a big deal.
Crazy, yeah. And then obviously Camp Champ too.
Take a minute and give some shout outs to some of the people that's really helped you along the way. Who you want to give a shout out to real quick?
Yeah, definitely Jeff Champ and
my buddy Jeff Champ out in California.
Yeah, and the foundation, like they sent me to they got me into the North and South Junior this year.
Wow.
And into the Congaree Global Golf Initiative camp last year, which was literally insane.
Huge.
How's John liking it so far?
Oh man, he's loving it. I barely talked to him.
Yeah, that's what my mom told me that I barely.
Yeah, he called me today finally. I'm like, I looked at the phone. I hadn't heard from him all week, and you know why he called me, Jamal?
What?
He needed some money to go to the pro shop.
Oh.
I'm like, dude, listen, I've been wanting to talk to you all week. You ain't got time for me. And now all of a sudden you want to call me because you want to go to the pro shop? Really? Come on, dude.
Yeah, I didn't call. Yeah, I didn't really call my parents either.
Oh, you didn't call either?
I mean, once or twice. Yeah, probably once every other night I called.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how y'all do us. You know, y'all really show y'all love for us while y'all gone, right? Well, I tell you, y'all tough, man. Y'all tough, Jamal.
Yeah. So yeah, Jamal, that place was amazing. Like, shout out to them for getting me into that. That was
so now what? So let's talk about Congaree for a second, man. What was I know there's a lot of great things about Congaree, but give us your top 2 favorite things about the Congaree initiative.
It's hard to hold. I'll say one of them is the course. The course is sick.
Man, that thing's tight. It's tight.
Yeah, it's
chipping is tight. I mean, there's no rough.
Yeah, there's no room for error when chipping or striking irons. Like it's just, but it's so pure, and greens are amazing and everything. And I'll say second. I mean, you basically were set up. Like, I think they told us last year that all this was worth about $100,000 per person.
Yeah,
to be in it. So, and to have that all that for free was just crazy.
It is, because I've been trying to add it up, Jamal, and I think me and one of my golf dads, we added it. I said about 20, but yeah, it's probably closer to 100.
Yeah, they said because it was just
it's just so much. I mean, so much.
They had many fridges in our rooms and stuff, and TVs, weight rooms, and all
the TrackMan studio,
brand new clubs. Yeah, like
God,
I wish I could go back. I wish I could have another week.
I know. I think Congaree has the best golf academy in the country.
Yeah.
And my thinking is, Jamal, a junior could really benefit from that by going to that maybe twice a year. Or
for sure.
What would you say about that many, maybe?
Yeah, Bruce is amazing. I learned a lot in just a week from him. Two owners. And both the owners, Sim and John, were just great the whole week.
That's good.
We learned about everything. We learned about manners and etiquette and
Did you learn anything about staying in touch with your parents?
No, we didn't
No,
learn
I'm just teasing. All right. Hey, so listen, before we ask a couple more questions, man, I got a question that came in from our Facebook Live. They said,
Okay.
what's your average and top end driver swing speed now? And what was it as a ninth grader? So how do you know about how you progressed from ninth grade to where you are now?
Yeah, okay. So right now I'm probably like 113, 112
Okay.
right now. Back in ninth grade, it was probably like, I was probably barely cracking the hundreds.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I was hitting the center of the face though, so I really didn't lose too much distance. But
Okay.
but yeah, it was probably like 103 or something.
Okay.
2, if that. I might be.
Did you and did you work on anything? Did you work on anything, Jamal, to
Yeah,
increase
I
your
definitely.
speed?
Yeah, I definitely started working out harder. Really, 2 summers ago and last summer, I really amped up.
Okay.
But I also got bigger. Like I was probably 8 inches shorter.
Okay.
Ninth grade, so it kind
Okay.
of I grew a lot. So
Okay.
still not tall, but
Right.
yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why didn't you get some height from your
Yeah,
dad?
I know. I got no height. Oh my gosh.
Now, Jamal, what's in the bag, man? Tell us about some of the
So
special
I got
pieces. Your whip sticks. Tell us a little bit about that. You know, what you got going on?
So my putter, I have Odyssey Toulon, Las Vegas.
Okay.
I actually got it from my friend who's a professional golfer. He gave it to me for a good price.
Okay.
Really like I've had it. Is that last year I got it? Or 2 years? I think I got it probably about a year and a half ago. Or yeah, probably about a year and a half ago. I really like that. And then wedges I got from Congaree.
Okay.
I got the Ping Glide wedges.
Okay.
1 degree upright, I think, or 1 degree flat. Can't remember. But it's the red dot on the pings.
Okay, is that your 54 degree, 60
yeah,
degree?
I got 58, 54, and 50.
That's perfect. Okay.
Yeah. I definitely like that.
Okay.
And then pitching wedge is a little bit different. I have a Mizuno I have a Mizuno pitching wedge.
Okay. And I'm sure there's a reason for that, but we won't.
Because the ping pitching wedge, I don't know if the loft was a little bit higher or something, but the gapping was just better. Like this one goes farther, so the gap it made the gapping better.
Okay.
From my pitching wedge, from my gap wedge and 9-iron, it fit better. So I'm sticking with the old pitching wedge, and my irons are all the Ping I-525s from Congaree with Dynamic Gold S120, I think.
Okay.
X120 or something. All from Congaree. That's 9 through 4-iron.
Okay.
That was the first set of irons I've ever gotten fitted for.
Wow. Ain't that something? That's good.
So, yeah, I was excited to hear about that when I first signed up. And then I have a 3 hybrid that is an M4.
Oh, M4, TaylorMade M4. Okay.
I've had for 5 years, I think.
That's one of your favorites?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had it.
That's your good luck. That's your good luck charm.
Yeah, I got it right when it came out, and I haven't switched since. I might have to switch now. I kind of want a 2-iron, but
yeah, John's hitting a 2-iron. He's hitting that TaylorMade.
Yeah.
I think it's a P790, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I might switch to 2-iron, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be hard to take it out. And then my 3-wood is also 5 or 6 years old. I got the 2 clubs at the same time at the exact same store. Like we got them at the same time. The face is like dented. Like I've hit it so many times.
Yeah.
But like I can't get rid of it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do if like I ever crack it or something. I can't get rid of that thing. I'll probably hit it forever.
And what about your driver?
And my driver, it cracked. I had a Callaway Epic Speed Max LS. But it cracked when I was playing a scramble tournament. So right now I'm stuck with an M1 and my dad's old M1, which I actually like. It's actually going better than the Callaway.
Okay. You may be ready for some tailor mades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably looking to get fitted sometime this month.
Yeah.
For a new driver, maybe a couple other new clubs, not 3-wood though. And yeah, so kind of working with a mixed bag right now.
Yeah. And sometimes that works, you know. Hey, if it's
anything that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, that's good. So now let me ask you this, Jamal. What are some of the favorite courses you played around the country?
Definitely Congaree.
Okay.
Yeah, I just love that place.
Is Congaree your number one?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
And then I don't know if you're familiar with the Cliffs courses.
I heard of them. I heard of the Cliffs in North Carolina, right?
Yeah, north and south. Majority of them south.
Okay.
The one Walnut Cove is by my house. Kind of, it's probably like 20 minutes away.
Okay.
It's up in the mountains and like there's straight downhill par 3s and straight uphill par 5s and all that.
Right.
But it's in the best condition. That's probably the best conditioned course I've ever played. It's just nice all year round. And I played Cliffs Kiwi Vineyards, which was really nice also. It's like on the lake, on Lake Kiwi. And it was really nice. There was water on pretty much every hole. But yeah, really like that course. I'm trying to think of any of the ones I played. They're really nice.
Yep. So we got Jamal Hutchison from Fletcher, North Carolina on the podcast tonight, y'all. And he's a, great junior golfer, doing some great things. And so Jamal, you headed to North Carolina Central. And what are your expectations as you go into your freshman year of college?
I don't want to jinx it, but I kind of really leaned toward them because I would like kind of get to play like right away.
Yes. And that's a good thing, because I was just talking to a junior dad by the name of Darren up in Philly, and that was one of the top 5, options. To on what school to go to.
Yeah.
So go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I kind of get to play right away. So I'm trying to. One of my goals is to win in my first year as a freshman.
Good goal.
Yeah, I don't think it's ambitious. It's too ambitious at least.
No, you see the scores on golf stats, right?
Yeah, I see all
right.
I'm kind of picking out tournaments I think I could.
Yeah, me and your dad talk about those tournaments all the time.
Yeah. And then another one of my goals would be like to set some kind of record. I've seen like the lowest score records and like lowest 54-hole score and stuff like that. I feel like I could break one of those if I play well in an event. Yeah,
you definitely do that. Now, what's your all-time low, Jamal?
66.
66?
Yeah. In the tournament. Yeah.
In the tournament, right. That's good. That's really good. And would you say, Jamal, you like to give the next level a shot if possible?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Okay. And why do you want to play on the PGA Tour, Jamal? Why?
I don't know. I can't imagine me not playing golf. Like,
right.
Seriously.
So you love it.
Yeah, I love it. Like, yeah. I struggle to even like play well. Like when I'm just out playing.
Yeah.
It's just like I need something on the line. So like for me to not be playing golf or something, like at some point in my life, it would be hard to imagine. So I just want to continue it and make money out and stuff like that.
Well, listen, you got the tools, you got the support. Speaking of support, where's mom and dad? Where's the folks? What's up, Hutch?
How are you, sir?
Man, I'm good, man. Listen, I appreciate you allowing Jamal to do this podcast tonight. And man, for all the parents that's listening out there, man, what kind of advice would you give to the parents that have junior players that's maybe on that cuff, that's playing, but hadn't quite reached that elite status yet? What's some advice that you would have for them, Hutch?
I would kind of tell them that don't necessarily get wrapped up in the numbers immediately.
Okay.
I would say address the child, the player, and his development. I'm a coach, a basketball and golf coach, and a golf individual instructor. I see it more as the child development and the ability to practice at whatever is a deficit or something that he can enhance his strengths.
Right.
Or definitely, pile on his strength, or definitely attack his weaknesses. I think that's the path to extra attention by the parents, either getting somebody that can actually reach the kid in that capacity, or if the parent can't do it, or if the kid is more focused on tournaments and results, somebody try to switch him on extra time at development. Because I think overall, if you say you hadn't reached that cusp of elite, it's going to be a level of confidence that comes from somewhere.
Right.
And I think that's the ultimate to the kid, is what you can get in you, no matter how much your parent them want you to get it, or they can take you somewhere. That kid got to constantly fire from inside when he's standing on the tee, or got to get up and down. So I think, the development part of the kid practicing, kind of takes you from one level to the other.
That's correct. And Hutch, what would you say would be the best way to identify those issues that really need to be fine-tuned? I mean, is it something that the parent can do? I know what I do, but is it something that the parent can do, or is it something that we should make the junior do? Or how did y'all identify what Jamal needed to really tighten up?
It couldn't be any more obvious. It's putting. But
yes, we challenged them to see the other kids putting and making putts,
right,
and asking him what is necessary for you to make it. Mm-hmm. And we kind of broke it down that it's, if you can't do it, you have to practice it until you can. And what makes you any different than anybody going forward or achieving something is how much you put in it.
Correct.
So Jamal's, the little thing I always try to tell Jamal is,
mm-hmm.
and even when it's not going good, is can we practice tomorrow? Then your golf career or game is not over.
Yes.
So
I love that.
You have to realize it.
Yeah.
And even though it's not going good,
mm-hmm.
he say, okay, tomorrow is a better day, a brighter day. I'm going to go practice again. And Jamal's putting has tremendously improved, but he went and spent 2-3 hours of straight putting over and over and over. One night he putted so bad, me and his mama, mosquitoes infested.
Yeah.
right outside to the course was right next to us.
Yeah.
Outside, mm-hmm. We putted getting bitten by mosquitoes because he hit it so close and missed so many putts.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, that putting in those mosquitoes, the next day he putted like a champ.
Yeah.
And it was the work that he put in. And I told him, I can't help it. Your mama can't help it. It's just work, buddy.
Hey, Hutch, it's so funny you say that when John played at Cherokee National a couple of months ago. He shot 85 and he had 40 putts. Worst putting performance ever, right? So we get to the course the next day. I put him in the gate and, we worked on just backing through, put him in the gate, went out and shot 70, Hutch.
Yeah.
Come on, so, like you say, man, you gotta address it, whatever the issue is, but you got to make sure you can identify the issues first. And one of the ways that we identify the issues, Hutch, is we keep numbers. We keep up with how many putts around. We keep up with how many fairways, how many greens. We keep up with distances, around the course. I actually do shot data, and so we use Decade, and Decade spits out where the shots are being lost. So it could be 5 shots lost from putting. It could be 2 shots lost from the tee. Decade will tell us where the shots are being lost, and that's where we know where to focus on. That makes sense?
Yes, and the other thing to also to where parents can get a little eye on what else your junior could do.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to go ask others to give you a real opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I taught Jamal, and Jamal does his thing because he has a different swing and that he can work, to his perfection.
Right.
But I have pros as friends.
Right.
And I literally call them, I send them the thing, what is this, or what did you see if this is happening? And they literally come back. I mean, they kind of love Jamal's swing. We ain't never had anybody to tell, hey, if you can do that, ain't nothing. I actually talked to one the other day. He on your associate, the Black Golf Association. He's like, well, if he can do that and his swing, he said, ain't nothing I can do to help him. But I literally do ask pros to break it down. And that's how I learned to share with him, is not being afraid of hearing somebody say, okay, he needs to do this. He doesn't always try it because one of his strengths is being a stubborn golfer, that his confidence is in what he can do.
Right.
And a guy told me one time, that's what make a great golfer is you can't back him off what he know he can do. Right. Is, a driving force. And that's a part of confidence. But we are not afraid of listening to people's ideas or thoughts, but we share it with each other if it works. And he usually tells me whether or not he feels it. With his feel, but he don't change it. He don't change his whole swing because that's his thing. But we do listen to other people, and I ask often so I can learn. So when it does go bad,
we can fix it.
I can fix it.
That's
and
right.
We've been lucky with that I've been able to diagnose it pretty quick, so you kind of stay in the realm. So
that's good. So Hutch, let me ask you this before we get ready to wrap up, because I'm gonna ask Jamal one last question. You and Jamal, who do y'all want to give some shout outs to? Because this has been a journey.
Yeah,
This hasn't been a overnight thing. 15 years in the game, got a lot of good golf left. Who do y'all want to give some shout outs to on this podcast?
Your mama, his mama at first.
Thank you. You better give mama a shout out.
I will say without a doubt, she is the backbone between us. Jamal reaching where he's at.
That's good.
We come home, we get a meal after we've been out there.
Yeah.
She booked a hotel. She drives
the flights.
I'm tired.
Right.
Undoubtedly, she is she's the MVP. A lot of people would say, but we share time. I spend time out there with him.
Yeah, that's right.
Harold Varner and Harold Varner Foundation.
Yes, HV3, baby.
HB3.
Yeah, he's
Jason Cox.
Cox,
Yeah,
Jason.
for
Jason's
sure.
my
Jason
man.
100.
Jason take care of all that.
yeah, he's
Jason
he's
got
number one.
Jamal where he needed to be to start getting those rankings.
Yeah,
And
Wow.
Jamal had a conversation with Harold and say, "Hey, Jason got you."
yeah.
And Jason has been 100.
Wow.
And
Shout out to Jason Cox,
in
man.
Jamal's development to
Yeah.
him getting to perform on the stage.
Yeah.
Jeff Champ for certainly
for sure.
That's just the invitation and going out there really pepped Jamal up to that. Okay, I'm on the verge of being an elite golfer, being invited to that.
Yes. Shout out to Jeff
playing
Champ.
in a lot of large tournaments. Really can do a kid good if he's on the cusp of turning the corner or going to the next level.
Right.
Was that my first term outside of the Carolinas?
Yeah. So he's
besides
has been very helpful. Anytime I need something, I can reach out.
Yeah.
And HV3 is 110%.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
But everybody else, our local pros, McConnell Golf. Hold on, let's not forget McConnell Golf.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. Awesome. And listen, I know they're gonna really, when they hear this, I know they're gonna appreciate.
Yeah. So
Jamal, anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, McConnell Golf again. They had this scholarship. They have 10 courses.
Yeah.
They just got one today, actually. But they have like 10 courses. And shout out to Brett, who's like a golf course
He sells
real
golf
estate
courses, but he's also an ex-golf pro.
Yeah.
And he got us into the McConnell scholarship.
Yeah, he told me about the McConnell scholarship, which is for all my high school years, I could practice and play, basically be a member at any of the courses, 10 courses. And luckily there's one really close, the Country Club of Asheville. Which I've been at for the past 4 years. Which has been an awesome facility and great practice facility, great course, pristine, and it's got me. I probably would not be as good as I am without it. So,
shout out to McConnell Golf.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
We don't want to forget anybody, but if we forgot you, we thank you also.
Just tell them you love them, Hutch.
That sponsored, that helped.
Yes.
Grandpops, the
everybody, right?
Everybody. We don't want to miss anybody because they've been kind and generous to us.
Yes. I mean, Hutch, this is one of those sports, man. It takes a village, man.
It does.
It does.
It takes a village.
It does.
So Jamal, how can our listeners, man, follow you on social media? That's the big thing now.
Yeah.
Drop your social media.
Yeah, on Instagram. Jamal Hutch _, JamalHutch _, and then also Sweetball Golf, SWEETBALL _golf. That's really where most of my golf content is, like scores.
Okay.
Yeah, all there. And then my main is like really just pictures and all my school and college and news and all that stuff.
Good.
Right there. Yeah.
We're good, man. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure. It's been a long time coming. Appreciate y'all agreeing to do the podcast.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We wish you all the best this summer. Of course, me and your dad talk every day.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm always know what's going on.
Yes,
and I know North Carolina Central can't wait to get you on campus.
And I can't wait for North Carolina Central. So
I know.
We want to give a shout out to
Coach.
To Coach. Go ahead.
Coach Green.
Coach Green. Chris Siff.
Shout out to Coach Kendra Green.
Yeah.
Chris Sifford, Al Wood.
Yeah. What's up, Chris? What's up, Al? Yeah, all my guys. Yeah, my man Kendall Wallace. He waiting on you. He waiting on you to get up.
Yeah. I'm excited for us to be teammates. We'll
team up. Yeah, I think he'll have one more year. So
yeah.
Y'all get a chance to go after some conference titles and some individual stuff. And
right.
So I wish you well, man. So thank you again from the Junior Golf Podcast family. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Shout out you. Thank you, Ro. Thank you. You and John, good luck also. Right to the top, baby.
All right.
Thank you for listening to the Junior Golf Podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We hope you enjoyed this new episode, and if you did, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Please share this episode with others who may be interested in this topic. Also, feel free to let us know what topics you'd like to see covered in future episodes. Get in touch in the comments or on any of our social media networks. See you next week for a new episode